Okay, Scotland's first tournament game since 1998 hasn't gone according to plan. They have lost 2-0 to the Czech Republic and two brilliant goals by Schick either side of half time. And it wasn't that Scotland played badly. The effort was there. The growth signs are there, and Steve Clarke has done an amazing job in the 2 years that he has been in charge. From where the team were when he took over to where they are now in a major tournament, that is a massive step forward for Scotland. The difference being, I think, the Czech Republic, they have that tournament experience. The Scots don't. That told today. The Scots had more possession. They created more chances. Schick in the Czech goal was outstanding today, pulling off a series of great saves in both halves. And to be fair, David Marshall in the Scotland goal, apart from the lob, where he is partly at fault being so far off his line when Hendry makes the mistake and the play breaks down in midfield, he had a very good game as well. He couldn't do anything with the first goal, but that comes down to Scotland not clearing their lines properly and not defending second phase. And Schick stays in the box. His movement's good. His header is powerful and accurate. And David Marshall, can't do anything with that. And there's nothing against David Marshall. Occasionally, a goalkeeper is beaten by a very good attempt on goal. The second goal after half-time, Scotland made some tactical changes at half-time. Steve Clarke made some changes, put two up front rather than just having Dyke by himself. That should be the lineup they should start with against England, two up front. They looked far better with two up front in that kind of formation than with a single centre forward. They created more chances in the second half than they did in the first, and they had more possession. I think two up front suits Scotland better. I think the lineup and the formation they had at the end of the game is what they should start with against England. But that second goal, Hendry, it's an experience at this level. It is an experience at this level against a very solid Czech side with players playing high-level football week in, week out across Europe. The fact that Schick, basically takes the shot from halfway. Powerful, accurate, and with pace. David Marshall is partly at fault as well. He is too far off his line. When the play breaks down, he's nearly on the halfway line. He then obviously sees the play break down and is retreating. It doesn't matter. He's too far off his line. Again, tournament experience, I think, counts a little bit. But the way Scotland played with the energy and the willingness to keep pushing for that goal back, yes, it left them exposed and meant Marshall had to make some more saves to keep it at 2-0. And if it isn't for David Marshall, they could have lost 4 or 5. If it isn't for Schick in the Czech goal, Scotland could have had 3 or 4 themselves. So I think the scoreline flatters the Czechs somewhat, but they were more clinical in front of goal. They didn't snap their shots as much. So when they're taking shots, they're better quality. Scotland seem to be a little bit more tense when they're shooting. They did create more opportunities. They did play with some good pace. At the beginning of the second half, they were wobbly though. They really started the second half poorly. The second goal woke Scotland up. They were the better side in the first half, and it was a bit unfortunate to be going 1-0 down. The second half, though, there were periods where the Scots, too many misplaced passes, forcing the play a bit too much. Again, that will come with experience, but there's some really positive signs with the Scottish side. It's not all doom and gloom. I feel really bad for the Scottish players being booed off by their fans at full time. There were some boos ringing out at Hampden Park. I think that is unfair. The Czechs, while they had less of the ball, they took their chances. Scotland didn't. That's the difference. It's all well and good having a lot of possession. You've got to do something with it. The fact they met a goalkeeper who was willing to basically shut the door in Schick made it more difficult. And Schick, he's a Bayer Leverkusen player. He's playing top quality football in the Bundesliga. You have to wonder, is he going to be destined for bigger things? Some of these Scottish players have been selected because there was no one else available in their positions. Some of them haven't really been getting a lot of first-team football at their clubs in England. There is a slight depth issue with Scotland there as well. But on saying that, they did play rather well, and it is unfortunate they couldn't get a goal out of this game, because I do believe goal difference could be crucial in this group, with a fancy Croatian side losing, England only scoring the 1 goal, and the Czechs now topping the group with 2 goals. Goal difference could be crucial for that best third-place team. And I do believe any team could beat any team in this group. The Czechs have now already thrown their hat into the ring, and they could be very dangerous in this group. They really could. The Scotland-England game now has crucial importance for both teams, and Scotland will be up for that. And the way they played in this game, they weren't bad, but they will learn a lot of lessons from this defeat. They'll probably learn more from this defeat than if they won the game. There we go. The Czechs deserve their win because, well, they took their opportunities, based off Scottish mistakes. And the Czech defenders were blocking everything as well. You know, they really were committed in defence, and they have a very good goalkeeper, Czech, who I think is very underrated, and it's a surprise Sevilla are letting him go at the end of this season. He's got to search for a new club, so it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward. But the Czechs have really thrown Group C wide open with that 2-0 win at hand. And thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.